All right, well, not since the great Mackenzie Dern have we had a woman with this type of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu pedigree cross into the UFC, and a lot of people are as excited as they were when Mackenzie signed several years ago.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, when you look at these women, they may not be at the same level because Mackenzie is as good a grappler as we've ever seen coming to the UFC. But you recognize that this young lady has something special, especially on the ground. But then you look at her skill set and you realize that she has much more than just jiu-jitsu. But boy, oh boy, if you are spending extended amounts of time on the floor with this young lady, you are constantly in danger.
No, you're absolutely right, and we might see more striking out of her here tonight, but we know what her bread and butter is, and we expect her to employ that to great success tonight. Well, if looks could kill, DC, here is Thug Rose Namajunas, the former UFC strawweight champion, and still one of the best, if not the best, 115-pound fighter in the world.
When you watch Namajunas and she looks at her opponents, it's stone cold. She's looking right through them. You see her opponents try to engage her in trash talk to try to break the psyche of Namajunas, and she just looks it down, stares right through it, and says, you know what? On tomorrow, I get to show you with my fists, my knees, and my feet. And when she's fighting, she's one of the best fighters this division's ever seen. And we saw that tonight. She knocked out Joanna Jacek in the very first round.
You ain't winning a staring contest with Thug Rose Namajunas, and you're probably not winning a cage fight against her either. Namajunas is back for more here tonight. And there she is, folks, Rose Namajunas. And that means we are set for our main event of the evening. And here is tonight's tale of the tape. Here is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. It's time! 5 rounds in the UFC flyweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, Amanda Ribas. And now introducing her opponent, fighting out of the red corner, Thug Rose Namajunas.
One of the best in the business, Herb Dean, is our referee tonight. All right, pretty visuals in every direction as we return to the stomping grounds at the Etihad Arena here in beautiful Abu Dhabi. Mixed martial arts, of course, continuing to make its presence felt here in the United Arab Emirates. And we have got a banging show for you here tonight. Let us now get to the action. All right, so Thug Rose Namajunas mixing it up pretty well here in the early going with her kicks and, of course, that patented jab as well.
Yeah, she pops that jab. She's so fast. And you can hear her corner telling her, Rose, stay on the jab, stay on the jab. She's so good at maintaining distance, and she's very tall for the weight class. Rose Namajunas has now figured out how to use her length to her advantage inside the octagon.
All night, she did not miss there.
She's been looking for it, and she finally got it. And now she's going to see if she can close the night. Oh, beautiful by Rose. Now the two separate from the clinch.
Oh, she's looking to set up that head kick. No good. Thug Rose gets hit with a kick. You got to think she's going to look to set up that overhand again. It's been a big weapon for her here tonight. Why fix what's not broken? Two shots landed on both sides. How are they still standing?
Body kick lands.
Namajunas gets tattooed with that hook. Beautifully timed and placed.
Oh, nice counter left.
Just over 3 minutes now to go in round one. Oh, she lands the side kick, DC. Beautiful technique there.
She really is good at managing space with that technique. I think about Michelle Waterson, who also does it a lot in her fights.
So just over 20 total strikes have now landed for Rose Namajunas.
Relax. Keep your hands up for me now.
Ribas gets hit with a kick.
Watch out.
Well, I think if I was a fighter, I'd probably be a headhunter, but she is not that, right? She's invested in the body, and she's done some pretty significant damage to her opponent.
Absolutely. You know, you start to go there, and you land something, and you may think, wow, that was hard. Your opponent doesn't really respond. But as you start to pile them up on them, you start to see exactly what we're seeing right now.
That's a huge strike right there, DC.
Great shot, land.
Under 2 minutes in round one. Namajunas is now cut above the eye from that strike. That bears watching as this fight continues. Well, we could be looking at an epic comeback here. She rocked her significantly, but wasn't able to finish the fight, and now her opponent maybe creeps back in.
Her opponent will now try to find a way to work her way back into this fight. It will be on her to once again land one of those brutal punches to try to knock her out this time.
Back and forth we go.
She gets in very close and gets to the single collar tie. She's being very active. She lands a nice punch to the head.
Oh, she works the body as well as anybody in this division. Another strike there, and these shots are really going to take their toll as this fight moves on. What a strike by her there. I'd be knocked out. Her opponent still stands.
She's still standing, but she's got to get on her bike. She's got to get out to the center of the octagon, find some space so that she can evade her opponent from finishing her.
And finally, she gets the takedown. She stayed committed. At some point, she knew she was going to be able to get this fight in her wheelhouse on the canvas. Now let's see what she can do with it. Well, as usual, suffocating work from the top here by Ribas. Well, she's staying busy, continuing to land ground strikes. There's another one. Continuing to stay busy here on the ground. Final seconds here. Well, Namajunas is back in full mount. Horn sounds for the end of round one. Heading back to the corner now, and however deliberately, Namajunas has got a real significant cut above the eye. We'll see if the cut man can stop the bleeding. All right, so a lot of strike absorption by her in that previous round. She got stunned on the feet, but survives to see another round. Talk us through the replay, man.
You look at the action here. They're going back and forth, and boom, there goes that big strike that lands that really does hurt her opponent. She could not find the follow-up shot, but eventually she will find that moment.
You ready to fight? Ready.
All right, second round underway. She continues to punish the body. What a shot by her there. I'm not sure her opponent knows where she is. She's in the octagon still.
She can't possibly know where she is right now after taking such a massive head kick. Shoot right here.
Oh, beautiful hook for her there.
Game of inches right there, boy. Wow. It was a good night if that happened. Oh, she's in trouble, dude. Trying to recover full guard there.
Let's go. You're doing great on the floor.
All right, the referee not seeing enough action there. We go back to the center of the octagon now. try to establish that jab.
Punches and bunches, let's go. Keep your hands
All right, so the jab lands yet again for Thug Rose Namajunas, really starting to mix things up well on the feet.
She does it all. I mean, I think Rose Namajunas is one of the best athletes in the strawweight division. She fights long. She stays behind the jab, and she uses her kicks to make sure that she's at range and safe.
Ribas' nose is bleeding. Huge shot by her there, probably her best strike of the fight.
Her best strike, and you don't see this type of power normally in this weight class, but she lands, and she lands very effective.
All right, so her ground control is outstanding. Half guard is when she's at her most dangerous.
Yeah, she's at her most dangerous when she has a half guard because she's so brutal with the ground and pound. She likes to go after fighters and really wear on them, force them to make decisions to give their backs so that she can chase her submission, or they're going to lay on their back and just get beaten up from the top from that beautiful half guard position.
All right, so she attacks the body yet again, and now you really see those bruises, Daniel, starting to accumulate.
Well, she did everything to do that, and she was able to stay the course. Even when something got blocked, even if something got defended, she never changed the way that she attacked. It's beautiful to watch a person so rooted in the game plan, and that game plan paying dividends.
Oh, and there it is. So after an extended battle on the ground, she gets back to her feet, and the crowd is absolutely eating it up.
She was not going to settle on her back. Even though it was very difficult, she finally works her way back up, and now she's got to let the hands go.
Well, she was a little bit hesitant in round one, but she has certainly picked up the pace here in this second round. It took her a while to find her range. She's in a strong striking rhythm now. Straight to the body by Ribas. Well, she's leaking a lot of blood now. That cut is getting worse with every strike landing.
And the blood is flying. Her confidence is growing. She will continue to try and target that cut until someone has to come in here, ringside position, and stop the fight.
She's got a pretty good jab. Overhand. She's had a huge strike right there, DC.
Great shot landed. Now she's got to go chasing it down and get another one off to finish the fight.
1 minute to go in round two. Namajunas going for the body. Missed with that kick. Stuffs the takedown, no problem. Ribas' left side is hurting for certain now. You see the bruise, all of that body work from her opponent. Gotta think that'll pay dividends later in the fight.
Oh, guillotine here. That is tight.
Oh, great submission defense as she gets out. Oh, how about that transition to top position? Beautiful work by Ribas. Oh, she's got her back. All right, in full guard here, DC. Where does she go from here?
She needs to be passing, right away passing, trying to pass to get good ground and pound off.
All right, take a seat.
All right, so there's the end of the round. Big story in this one now. The cut on the bridge of that nose from that strike. The cut man is in there. Should be able to shut this one and potentially prevent it from being a factor here moving forward. Well, a punch like that would have felled lesser women, but she survives and gets to fight another round.
She's as tough as they come. She's sitting on her bench right now telling her coaches, I'm good. I'm ready to go. That was just a moment. I'm still going to get the victory. I believe she has to change something. She cannot continue to do the same thing and expect a different result.
You ready to fight? Ready.
Third round underway. All right, next round is now underway. Hopefully the action continues at a high level. Pretty good first 5 minutes.
Pretty good first 5 minutes. Both of them can really pick it up. Let's see who decides they're going to lead the dance as we go forward.
Oh, she continues to land a high number of strikes here, just like she did in the previous round. It's one thing to be aggressive, but also efficient. She is certainly doing that. Namajunas starting to enter that flow state with her jabs.
It's a beautiful, fast, quick jab with meaning.
Yeah, that punch was blocked. Well, Namajunas is taking aim at that cut right now, DC, and you got to admire the fighter IQ, right? Might as well keep landing strikes on a target that you have damaged repeatedly throughout the fight.
Beautiful transition.
Man, Mark Coleman would be proud. Her ground and pound game is on point. And there it is, another strike on the ground gets through. Ribas is swelling now around the jaw area, so we'll keep an eye on that as this fight continues. The ground strikes continue to pile up.
This is a terrible position.
She's got her back now. Well, she's on her back. We'll see if she can set up that rear naked choke. Oh, that rear naked choke attempt is tight. Oh, great submission defense. Half guard position for her here, and if you're the bottom fighter, this is truly a case of pick your poison.
Yeah, you gotta pick your poison. And if you're on the bottom...
Man, this is not a fighter who you want around your neck. She goes for the guillotine here. Oh, could be the beginning of the end. That looks tight.
That guillotine choke is tight. She's got her in her full guard locked in. It's only a matter of time before she makes her tap.
Oh, how good is that as she gets out?
She is so aware on the ground, and she escapes a deep submission attempt.
Most fighters will tell you offensive wrestling is the hardest, most exhausting thing.
Especially if you're just running the guy over, Jonathan, he just gets up.
Namajunas is in half guard.
That was a slick transition. Nice defense.
Good job by her here to land some strikes from top position.
Another strike gets through from the top position.
All right, so the ground and pound strikes continue to land. She's not staying busy for the sake of it. She is doling out damage.
She's landing a lot of punishing ground and pound. And this is going to really zap her opponent as they get back to the feet. She is so dominant from the top position.
All right, half guard position for her here, and this is a spot where we've seen her have a lot of wild success in previous fights.
She has a tremendous amount of success from this position because she's so knowledgeable. She keeps the right side underhook, and she just goes to work with that left arm. She's posting and elbowing. She's building her posture and punching. There are just so many different ways for her to score strikes from this position.
Ribas is back into full guard. Under a minute to go.
Finish strong. Finish strong.
All right, so her ground control is outstanding. Half guard is when she's at her most dangerous.
Yeah, she's at her most dangerous when she has the half guard because she's so brutal with the ground and pound. She likes to go after fighters and really wear on them, force them to make decisions to give their backs so that she can chase her submissions, or they're going to lay on their back and just get beaten up from the top from that beautiful half guard position.
Namajunas is right back to the full mount. Trying to stay heavy here as best she can.
Yes, smart adjustment, yep.
Final seconds of round 3. Thug Rose ground and pound from half guard now.
Oh, good defense, yes.
Well, Namajunas is looking to go from the full to the half guard here. Opponent not having it.
All right, sit down. Breathe. Get some water. Relax. Now listen, that was awesome. Really good work. Way to control from the top. I need you to work to pass that.
You ready to fight? Ready.
We have arrived at the 4th round fight scheduled for 5 5-minute rounds. All right, champ, here we go with our next round. There are a lot of bad spots you can be in mixed martial arts, but I can't think of many worse ones than being underneath this ground and pound attack. That was insane.
No, she is a beast when it comes to the ground and pound. Hey, on your back.
Oh, flying knee to the head. All right, so now as the cut continues to get worse, it appears as though it's starting to affect her a little bit.
Yeah, it's starting to affect her. You can see it. She's reaching for it. She's pawing at it. She's trying to understand where the blood is coming from. She has got to stay locked in if she wants to win this fight.
Straight right hand, but she misses. Good defensive vision to block that punch. Ribas is blood. They overweighted to it, and now this could be the beginning of the end for her opponent.
It seems like we are in the final act of a 4-part play because this fight is about done.
All right, well, if you've been watching, you know her uppercut has been absolutely on point here tonight, DC. No
Big double leg, level change.
Ribas is in half guard. She's trying to pass here, gets denied.
Got denied because she's so aware, so on top of the grappling transitions.
She's trying to pass the guard here. Ooh, gets denied by the bottom
She got
fighter.
stopped. She got stopped right in her tracks. Great job by the bottom fighter.
Ribas is in half guard. All right, she's got the full mount here, DC. It's hard for me to remember a time in which you were fully... All right, she's going for the arm bar here. Ooh, she's got that in tight. Oh, somehow she gets out.
I thought it was over. I thought it was over, but that's one thing you know. Never underestimate these fighters in their submission defense.
Good ground and pound by her here. She felt like she could finish the fight with her ground strikes tonight and might be well on her way here.
I mean, John, I believe it after watching the ground and pound that she's landing in this part of the fight. And now she's in mount.
Oh, you gotta love the ground and pound strikes here.
Oh, nice.
Another ground and pound strike lands.
She's setting up the armbar.
Ooh, arms in tight. Oh, tremendous escape by her there.
Beautiful submission defense on display by this young lady.
Outstanding pressure from top position here by Ribas.
Oh.
That's really good defensive awareness by the opposition. She's not going to get submitted here. Well, Namajunas is in half guard now. What a strike by her there from the bottom. Ribas, ground and pound from half guard. She's trying to pass the guard here. Ooh, unable to do so. Nice denial by the bottom fighter.
Great recognition in the grappling transitions. Way to maintain that guard.
Namajunas is back in full guard now.
Big ground and pound.
Ribas is back in half guard. Very comfortable here.
Oh, right into mount. Just gotta be careful here.
Oh, excellent pressure here from top position by Ribas.
That was nice.
Ribas is right back to the full mount here. Half guard position for her here, and if you're the bottom fighter, this is truly a case of pick your poison.
Yeah, you got to pick your poison. And if you're on the bottom, you got to be trying to find a way to escape that bottom leg. You cannot allow your opponent, you cannot allow her to sit on your leg and just throw big damaging strikes. You got to make sure you're on an elbow, controlling underhook and getting back to your feet.
Horn sounds for the end of round 4. Oh, compromising spot here. Triangle choke is locked in.
All right, sit down for a moment. All right, breathe, focus, okay? Focus on slowing that heart rate down. I know you're not tired. I know you have more of that gas tank.
All right, let's check out some of the action in that previous round. DC, she certainly kept the stat trackers busy with all those takedowns.
All those takedowns, and some really nice takedowns. She did a great job of level changing, getting into her opponent, not allowing her opponent to defend before she can secure her takedown.
All right, here we go. Our next round is underway. She nearly got the knockout in the previous round. Now she'll try to close the show.
She has to find the right shot, find that kill shot. Don't rush, pick your shots. It will present itself. When it does, jump on it and get your night in.
Huge connection by her there.
Lower the curtain, bring the cast out. Bring the cast out, you take a foul, the night's over.
Oh! Well, she hasn't gotten the finish yet, but it's not for a lack of effort. Several huge... Oh my goodness, back and forth we go. Massive shots being landed on both sides. Oh, she's got to keep pressing now. Heavy leather landed on both sides in that exchange. Namajunas' nose is cut now, and she's starting to deal with some blood in that area.
Nice pass.
She's stepping over the mount here.
Nice positional control here.
I need you to use that wrist control.
She's trying to pass here, gets denied.
Got denied because she's so aware, so on top of the grappling transitions. And now she's in mount. Nice transition.
Just over 3 minutes now to go in the fight. All right, she's got the full mount here, DC. It's hard for me to remember a time in which you were fully mounted in the UFC.
I have never been full mounted. I hope to never be full mounted. And this young lady now finds herself in this position. In this position, what's very key is that she cannot panic. She's got to go and attack the hips, create some space, shrimp off to a side, re-slide in that half guard so that now she's a little bit safer. Once you're in half, take your underhook, get back to your feet, or fully recover, full guard.
Ribas is back inside control here. All right, nice transition into full guard. If you're the top fighter, where do you go from here?
Try to posture up, get some big ground and pound off, which will lead to you passing the half guard.
Man, she's got it all going with the hands, with the feet tonight, and that cut is really becoming a factor now as this fight continues.
Yes, she's got to move, Jay. She's got to get on her bicycle. She's got to get to the middle of the round so that the cut man can get to work. Because the more she's in there, the more she tries to fight face first, the more that cut is going to open up. She's got to get moving.
All right, so after a great back-and-forth engagement on the ground, the fighters get back to their feet, and the crowd really showing their support for these two women.
The crowd goes crazy because they appreciate the high-level grappling that these two women...
What a strike by her there. I'd be knocked out. Her opponent still stands.
She's still standing, but she's got to get on her bike, John. She's got to get out to the center of the octagon, find some space so that she can evade her opponent from finishing her.
Well, she is not a loser, but she is losing this fight, and now time is working against her. Submission's got to start flying here, champ.
Yeah, and being a submission fighter, it's very...
Oh, she is wobbled now. This could be it. Going to the body now with the kick. That one is blocked, though, by Ribas. And she's back up again, so the takedowns have been there, so have the get-ups.
Big body kick land.
30 seconds now to go in the fight. There's a kick. Catches the kick there. We'll see what she can do with it. Oh, nice job by her there to land yet another takedown. I got to think if Gilroy High School Wrestling practice next week, they're going to be watching this fight.
I mean, we will show it. I will pull out the projector, put it up on the wall, and say this is how you secure takedowns in a big environment. The state tournament has nothing on what this young lady's going through.
All-out action right through the final minute. Nobody in this arena is sitting down. What a fight.
Boom, body kick right there, landed perfect.
Good movement defensively here on the ground by Ribas. All right, so there's the horn. The round is over, and she is just not the tap-in type. That submission looked pretty tight to me.
It looked very tight, and she looked surprised that her opponent did not tap, that her opponent did not go out. But she looks surprised, but she has to understand that she's in there with a very high-level grappler, and that happens in those types of situations.
Official decision now in. The buff has it.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 5 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for a decision. All 3 judges score the contest, 49-46. Declared the winner by unanimous decision, Thug Rose Namajunas!
Thug Rose Namajunas, your winner tonight, still proving that on any given night she's the best strawweight in the world.
She's one of the best fighters in the world, and anytime she goes to the octagon, you better be ready and prepared for a very tough fight.